Somerset House, built over 300 years ago for the Dukes and the Earls of Somerset. It was once over in that building where they kept all birth, death and marriage certificates. Today it's home to a criminal organisation. They like to call themselves the Inland Revenue. That's their headquarters. Just on our right hand side, folks, this is the South Bank. This is a riverside walk from the London Eye all the way down to Tower Bridge. It's always very busy over on this side of the river. Lots of things to do. Lots of street performers, street food, art galleries, bars and restaurants. So it's a very nice walk along the river.
Street food salon.
Just coming up on our right hand side from behind the trees, the small white building. It has 4 blacked out windows. This is the ITV studios. This is where they filmed the breakfast programme this morning. It is actually this part of the river that they use as a backdrop throughout the day. So folks, do give them a big wave and a smile, like you're really enjoying yourselves. There's a very good chance they're all on daytime at TV. Also on our right, the Red Bricks building, it has the Oxo Tower. Oxo being famous for the gravy stock cube. During the 30s, when the building was being built, advertisement along the banks of the river, it was illegal. And that's because the Thames is deemed a royal highway. The Oxo company very cleverly got around the law. They incorporated their logo into the window frames. Of an evening, a red light shines in that tower and the word Oxo can be seen from over most of London. On our left hand side, a lot of work sites like this on our left up and down the river today. What they're doing is they're constructing a new sewer system. The Victorian sewer system can no longer cope with the current population. So that's what they're doing at the moment, building a bigger one. It's going to run parallel with the river. It's called the Thames Tideway Tunnel. We're just approaching a group of bridges now. The first one, Blackfriars Road Bridge. The abutments should remind you of church pulpits. These were built on the express wish of Queen Victoria to commemorate the Blackfriars monasteries that stood on our left on the North Shore. When we go through this bridge, look either side of the boat, you'll see what remains of the old St Paul's railway bridge. The modern trains did become too heavy. The top half was taken down. They left the support columns in place, fear of it disturbing the foundations of the other 2 bridges. We're about halfway now, folks. How's it going so far? Can everyone understand me okay? Yeah, perfect. So just on our right hand side here, we got the bricked building with the chimney. That's the old Bankside power station. Today it's home to the Tate Modern Arts Gallery. That is completely free to enter. Now after about 5 minutes of walking around this building, you will quickly realise why it is free. You can go over there today, see such things as half a cow in a jar, a brick wall with a red paint thrown off it, and a light bulb that flashes on and off. What a fantastic day out. If you're a bit more like myself and you don't understand modern art whatsoever, I do recommend a pub over your right shoulder called the Founder's Arms for a much more interesting day out. And it's also free to go in there as well. A real piece of art over on our left, the large dome and golden cross of St Paul's Cathedral, designed by Sir Christopher Wren and said to have been his masterpiece. The cathedral was completed in 1710, stands at 365 feet tall, a foot for every nail here. On our right hand side, the white thatch roof building, this is a replica of William Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. On summer nights you can go over there, you can see all of Shakespeare's greatest plays, all being performed as they would have been done during Shakespeare's times. As with no stage lighting, no microphones, it is the only thatch roof building in London since the Great Fire. The next bridge we're going to go through is Suffolk Road Bridge. This is the least used bridge in London. The approach roads are hidden so well into the back streets that not many people can find the bridge to use it. As you can see, there's very few cars crossing over, very few people. They do say, folks, if you see anyone on this bridge, to give them a wave. As this family, they are most probably lost. The ones that don't wave back are just from London. Through the bridge on our right hand side, a lovely riverside pub. It's got the red window frames, the anchor. The pub dates back to 1615. It's over 400 years old. They do say that Shakespeare used to hire the attic of this pub as a dressing room for his actors before performing at the old Globe Theatre. This next bridge is Cannon Street Railway Bridge. As we go through, you can see the tide rushing around the abutments. The tide is flooding into London. We're going against the tide. We will shortly be reaching the high water mark as well, so we soon can actually change direction. On our right hand side, in between the buildings, we have an old pirate ship, a replica of Sir Francis Drake's ship, the Golden Hind. Drake, he was the first ever Englishman to circumnavigate the globe. Drake, he done it once, the replica ship done it twice, taking the same route that Drake took. The next bridge, folks, is the famous London Bridge. There's been 8 London bridges to span the Thames at this point. The one before this one was sinking into the mud. It was taken down brick by brick and it was sold to an American businessman for $2 million. Today, that bridge stands in the Arizona desert. It spans the man-made lake, Lake Amazon. Folks, through London Bridge, directly to our right-hand side, dominating London skyline, the Shard of Glass. 1,016 feet tall. It's also home to London's highest viewing platform. It's on the 72nd floor up. To go up there, I think is £40 an adult. For a much cheaper day out, folks, I do highly recommend you going on the opposite side of the river. The building to our left, it gets larger as it goes up. Look to the top, there's a few people up there. That's also a viewing platform. It's called the Sky Garden. Completely free to enter.
Free ആയിട്ട് കാണാം അതിനുള്ളിൽ.
The Sky Garden is completely free to enter, folks. It's got a bar and restaurant up there and all sorts, so it's well worth a visit. The Sky Garden. Just on our right hand side now, we have the large warship, the Belfast. She saw action during the Second World War. She was built in the Harland and Wolff shipyard, Belfast, Northern Ireland. In total, the Belfast has 12 guns, 6 on aft and 6 up forward. Each one of those guns are capable of firing a 102-pound shell up to 14 land miles. A museum note today, it's open 7 days a week. You can explore all 7 decks from the crow's nest right down to the engine room. Folks, if you're on the top deck, if I could just ask everyone to try and remain in their seats. It's only where the captain's at the back of the boat. It does make it very difficult to see if people are standing up here, folks. Like I say, if you're on the top deck, please do remain in your seats. If you can't understand me, just keep on doing what you're doing. Just on our left hand side, folks, we have the Tower of London. The tower's been a lot of different things in its time, but most famously known for its imprisonment, torture and execution. Along the river's wall on our left is a bricked up archway. Wrote above it, entry to the Traitor's Gate. If you was a traitor to the crown, you would have been rowed down river from Westminster by barge, through the archway before being beheaded up on Tower Hill. The oldest part of the tower is the White Tower, the one right in the middle, dates back to 1070. A great photo ahead of us of Tower Bridge, opened in 1894. The centre bascula's both raise up to allow larger ships in and out of the upper boulevard. Look above us, you can walk across the 2 top catwalks. A museum up there today, I think it's £10 to walk across. If you look above us, you'll see they have recently installed a new glass floor. Now, Tower Bridge is the most easterly boundary of the square mile city. So when we go through, we leave the city of London behind us. We enter into the east end of London in the Docklands area. If you look around us, you'll notice the buildings have all somewhat changed. And these would have all been warehouses.